skip. The skip means seam curl flash. First thing you're holding up is what? See. Does that make sense? Corner. You guys start to skip. Hey, you start to skip. You guys are reading run and quick passing game. As you start to skip, quarterback now gets into a 5-step drop. Yes? Read the number 2. If the number 2 is going vertical like he's doing now, cross over and run and split the difference between the outside and the inside receiver. Play the shoulders of the quarterback. All right? Here we go. Good. Good. Come on, Slot. You're freaking killing me, son. Set. Go. Don't stop to hit him. Don't stop to hit him. It should be nice and easy. Nice and easy. Make him come to you, gentlemen. Hey, make him come to you. You don't have to pop him real hard. Make him come to you.
Absorb him like a sponge.
Set. Inside of him. Go. Come on, man. Shit. Run it again. Pick it up. Shit, son. You want to go play at Air Force? You ain't going to last a damn day doing that shit. Pick it up. Set. Go. Good. Good. Here we go. Switch it up. Come on, Devontae. Waiting on you. I know you guys are running. Here we go. Set. Switch your back up a little bit. Okay, we're throwing the ball.
You got it? You got a copper?
Probably not. We're back here playing this too. We're not going to do that right now. We should be able to pick off any 4 verticals with the 2 corners.
Each is 50. All right? Now let's add the letter D. D is for down, so you can be multiple. The base defense of the Denver Broncos, man, is 50D. They'll play with 4 down guys, but they're in a 50 front. So instead of a 4 linebacker system, one of those ends is a down guy. So 50 is a 4 linebacker system with 3 down. 50D, how many people down?
3.
D means down. That's the down guy. So how many are down in 50D?
3.
4. D is down. 50 is 3. 50D is 4. D for down. You've seen this. You see some people, there'll be like a number 15 and then you go, is he an up guy or down guy? Sometimes he's up, sometimes he's down. Well, what happens is the years you're fortunate enough that it can be the same guy, that's fine. But 50 and 50D, all right? Now take a look at the 50. Base 50, the nose guard is 2 gapping. When you first teach him, you're going to back him off the ball a little bit, about 8 to 10 inches. Because he's playing the feet of the center, and he's really got to get good at it. As he gets going, if he really has it cold, you can tighten him down the ball. If not, he'll stay there all year. All right? You already know if the tackle has a threat of a double team by a tight end or a tight wing, he'll be in a 5. But this tackle will be head up. All right, while we'll never put a split end tackle in a 5 out of the 50, it's an easy turnout for the tackle. They'll double down the nose. They'll insert the fullback on your weak side backer. That guy's not a happy camper. All right? Important in the 50, nose guard is head up. Both inside backers are head up on the guards. Why is that? So they don't overrun. Everybody's got the same inherent problems. Some people in the 50 shade the guys a half man on the guard, right? But we're head up to slow them down a little bit because we don't want to overrun on the front side and the back side. Take a look at the diagram. The diagram is accurate. This is going to be important here. On your varsity only, this is how we teach in college and the pros. In the varsity only, the depth of our inside backers is going to change each week in any defensive front based on what that opponent does best in the offensive running game. All right? It's going to change, the depth is going to change each week based on what they do the best in the offensive game, in the offensive running game. Hugo, how come the inside backer depths are gonna change each week?
Why?
Yeah. I just told you 3 times why!
Depending on what they run. What they do best, what they do best.
Very, make your kids come back and answer you, boys, and make them answer just like you what? Explained it. Make your players and coaches accountable, okay? You'll get into better communicative skills, okay? All right, now outside backers, 4 linebacker system, based on what the force is gonna have where our E is or outside backer is. If he's in Bronco, he's on the extreme edge of the shoulder pad of the tight end where he can't possibly reach him. His eyes are under the stance of the tight end. Your inside backers flip based on where the tight end is. Just to keep it simple for them, the strength is always to the tight end. So if this was the wide side of the field, right there's the field tackle, right there's the boundary tackle. The nose is the nose. So if the tight end is to the left, our strong inside backer is to the left, the weak side backer is to the right. If the wide side was there, field tackle's here, boundary tackle's there. And what's nice, if your opponent mingles or they huddle, it doesn't matter, the kids are already lined up and they take a knee on the side they're gonna be on. Why? So everybody else can see. Once they get the call, you want your D-line to take a knee, boys, so everybody else is able to see, you know, as those guys line up. As soon as the offense comes up, you always anticipate a quick count. As soon as they line up, D-line, they pop in their stance, yes? And I'm giving you the ultimate, all right? Knowing what you know, yes, yes. Our outside backers, we have a field end and a boundary end. All right? Now, the ball's smack dab in the middle of the field. If the quarterback is right-handed, which most of them are, you know the ball's very seldom right in the middle of the field. But it's almost smack dab in the middle of the field. Yes, the field defenders are to our left, because most offensive teams are right-handed. Yes? The only exception, if the quarterback was left-handed, especially, you know, if they sprint or boot, they may be left-handed. If that's the case in the game plan, if the ball's in the middle, the field is to our right. All right? If we mingle or we huddle on defense, it doesn't matter. When coach flashes in the signal, the guys have armbands and look at them, the free safety. Last thing out of anybody's mouth. You want to hear it? You want to hear it simple? This is UCLA, boys. They're all mingling around. Coach flashes in, they all look at it. The free safety stands there. The field is left or the field is right. Tells them exactly where it is. And they already line up before the ball is even hiked in terms of the down guys. You take a knee. Yes? Now next, attention to detail. In any defense, your S and W don't know how they're going to come out in terms of strength. Yes? Yes? So right here's the ball. Our down guys are already taking a knee because these guys aren't even up here yet. So they just line up kind of where they're going to end up before they have to realign. Yes? What happens, S, based on his depth, which I'll explain in a minute, S is usually off anywhere from 4 to 4.5, and W is just off his hip a half yard deep. You can see why. The tight end comes out here, they go whoop whoop, and then they'll crash into each other, right? Like, get the hell out of me. No, because you spend attention to detail. They run tight end flip, you got time to flip it. Yes? Why we're also big on field boundary outside backers. Your outside backers in the 50 have to have the ability to play over a tight end, and they got to have the ability to play on the split inside. If you don't, boys, you're going to get dicked. They don't have a program anymore. St. Mary's College up in Moraga. God, was that bitch. They were Division II, they ended up Division I AA finally. Back when I'm coaching in small college at the University of San Diego, Division III, our school wasn't independent. So early in the year, we could play all the teams in the SCIAC. You know, the University of Redlands and Occidental and Whittier and Pomona and Laverne, all those guys. But when they started the season, right, we ended up playing Division II people because there's nobody else that our guys can play. Well, what was neat was St. Mary's was our last game of the season. Is this bitchin'? This goes on, Barry, for 10 years. The home team always won. Nobody ever won 2 in a row. We'd fly up to Moraga, we'd get our ass kicked. They'd come down the next year, we'd somehow get them. It was all, this went on for 10 years. It was a hell of a rivalry, boy. So the thing that happened in any defense, let me show you the don'ts. What we knew from, and during those 10 years, they went through 3 different head coaches. But they kept the defensive coordinator, which I was an outside backer over here. I'm using St. Mary's colors, if you notice. How about them Gales? So what happened was, they only had the ability for their outside backers to play over a tight end side or a split end side. What the hell are you gonna do if they come out and double tight? Yes, for number one. But what happened, that didn't faze us. So early in the game, we come out and we flip the tight end. Down! Is that when he goes down? He flips. Yes? The flanker steps up. Well, we wanted to see if it happened. Sure enough, there they go. He runs over there. He runs over here. So we know they're still doing it. As our OC is creaming in his pants. Yes? So we come out later. The flanker has already stepped up. He lines up on the line. Tight end steps back, takes off. They think he's flipping. He's going in motion, boys. Yes? He's going in motion. And there they go. Then we ran the bootleg to either side. You got the end stacked up right behind the nose, and you have no contain on either side. Yes? We did them. So that's important for you to know this stuff. Why you don't do certain things. All right? What's nice about field and boundary, that would not have affected them. The outside backers would not move. All right? Continuing on the 50, and Brent's going to get into this, we are proactive in our front. And what's nice for you, we'll be proactive in 50, we'll be proactive in reduction, we'll be proactive in hash, which is a 4-4, and we'll be proactive in college 4-3. What proactive is, boys, it's the best of 2 gap and single gap all at the same time. And Brent will get into that. It's the best of both. So you're not going to have to reinvent the wheel on your D line from stance up, as he'll get into, based on what you're in terms of a front. In all the fronts, he'll show you their base stance first, and then we get into a go call when he's doing all the pass rush stuff. He'll get into that, how we change our stance, how we change our alignment to give ourselves an advantage on an obvious passing down. So we have a base stance and we have a go call stance. Who here coaches in the secondary? Okay? Out of 50, we want to teach cover 3 first. All right? What's nice, we did this in high school and small college, we teach the 50 first. We teach the reduction or eagle weak second. You don't need eagle weak and eagle strong, boys. Just want eagle weak. All right? So out of the 50, we want to put in cover 3 first, because then all the other coverages make sense to the DBs. Rules, strong safety, yes? He's got rules. How this all started, boys, you'll love it. Guys, 1973, Woody Hayes, Ohio State. That's back when their hashes were the same as yours are, before they moved them in college. All right? He knew something, but he's going to get his point across to his staff, right? Joe, also known as, what was it, AKUC? Who wish I had a song named after me?
There is. Don't mess with
Bill, that's right.
Don't. Have you guys heard that song? You were on the road and that song came on. Oh my God.
All right. Now that you've all been friggin' humored. Okay, eyes up. So what he made his staff do, he knew the answer already. They're all arguing where the strong safety is going to go in 3 inverted cover 3. He made his whole staff, boys. What happens in the Big Ten, as you probably know, they get every tape of everybody, the whole season, in the off season. First, he made them take their own game tapes anytime they played pre-inverted cover 3 against everybody they played. Then they made him cut up every opponent's every time they played cover three. And then the coaches finally figured out what he was trying to tell them. You give up more big plays to the wide side of the field, yes? So if they're in a base two-back set of any kind, the rules for the strong safety. The ball's in the middle of the field. He's already pre-inverted. He's up. Put him in a DB number so he thinks he is one. He's like another linebacker, what he is. He's 5 yards off the tight end, 5 yards outside, as long as this flanker has a normal split. That normal split, if that receiver's on the outside of the numbers, in. All right, he's 5 and 5. If he's further out, he'll split the difference between the tight end and the flanker. All right? They come out, the strength is to the two-cut side, but the wide side of the field is where? To the right. Freeze already told him what as we mingle, the field's right. Yes? He lines up 5 and 5 off the imaginary tight end. Right? Because you give up more big plays where? To the wide side of the field. The free safety, this is big, man, in cover 3. He's anywhere in the guard box he would like to be, and he's back at 11. His stance, as Kyle will get into, is a little bit taller than a strong safety because the guy can see and nobody's going to hit him immediately. And he's anywhere in the guard box. All right, now the ball moves to a hash. Free safety. High school, you're always 3 yards off the high school hash. You're never standing on a hash, even against option football, because you can't cover the deep middle, right? And a lot of guys do that, and that's not good. The depth of the corners, I don't know. You're going to find out. As long as they have a normal split, you'll be on his outside shoulder, outside foot up. Kyle's going to get into all this after a while. And your eyes are on the quarterback. Pure Georgia Tech. You're not looking at the receiver. The guys can tell you where he's throwing, the guy that pulls the trigger, and that's the quarterback. All right? So, in the real perfect world, your corners would be 7 yards off the wideouts, but it's based on his speed and my speed. So it's your first game, if you haven't played these guys, back them up to 8 or 9 until they figure out his speed, yes? You can always come up and adjust, but you can't ever back up. The freeze back at 11, you're in cover 3. So that's pre-inverted cover 3, isn't it? So let's say he's over here. Oh, the R, so I can confuse you, is the strong safety. R is the rover. All right? Now, this is up to you. I'm going to give you the way I like to do it, and then Kyle's going to give you even the simpler way where your guys can basically be idiots and get this right. We're already pre-inverted, aren't we? Aren't we? We've already got the strong safety up, cornerback, free back, I better back him up a little, and the cornerback. Pre-inverted cover 3. Let's say the force was Sky. Sky, safety, ends in Reed, splits him in half. He does not have the force. So that tight end blocks down, I squeeze down, here they come, I wrong arm everything, make it bounce right into the strong safety, yes? So the force over here is Sky. But there is no strong safety over here. Now what's nice, our outside backers always get the force call coming through their outside ear. Great teams talk, boys. They talk before the snap, during the snap, and after the snap. So this strong safety is hollering, if that's Alvin. Alvin, Sky, Sky! Alvin does not turn around to acknowledge the call. He's over the tight end, he turns around. You got it, and they go on a quick count. You're right back to surgery. Take the helmet out of the sternum. He'll flash his outside fist. The strong safety keep yelling at him until he flashes his outside fist out of his hand and say, I heard you. Yes? But over here, I don't have a tight end. If we're playing on the line of scrimmage, he's lined up on the outside edge of the imaginary tight end because over here, who's the nearest DB to his outside here? It's a corner. Yes? This is Hugo. Hugo, Bronco. You've got the force. All right? Why do you have the force? There is no strong safety over here. So he's in Sky, and he's in Bronco. Strong safety is to the left, is that right? What I've always taught, and Kyle even tell you the easier way, so it'll be up to you to decide we're already pre-inverted to the left. And even though we haven't rotated, they're already there. But we use the same calls so they know when the hell they're going. So the strong safety's here. Once he made the force call, yes, the free safety, who's our most intelligent guy, he's gonna make the rotation call first, then all the other three DBs are gonna come back and say it again twice. Retort, R-E-T-O-R-T, very similar to pronate, it is a word. If we're gonna roll it to the left, it's lightning, lightning. Lightning, lightning! These guys all go, lightning, lightning. Listen to one word that tells them everything. Outside backer. Aren't I on the left? Aren't I? Lightning call. If I get drop back, I'm the contained pass rush. But I'm the right outside backer. Lightning, lightning! I'm in the drop. Got it? The strong safety's over here. Gotta be fair to that lightning. Gotta have rainbow. Rainbow, rainbow! Strong safety is to the right. Rainbow, rainbow. On the right end. Ball snapped. I start to shuffle 2 steps down. Boom. I'm seeing a high hat. Quarterback off the line. I'm the contained pass rush. Rainbow, rainbow. The left outside backer is in the drop. Yes.
It doesn't really matter, but our call is line and rhino. Look what we
Whatever. L&R. Whatever you want to call it. Lucy and Roxanne. Whatever you want.
I'm just saying.
All right, big now, boys. We use hand signals. We play in front of a large crowd. Once we got that all, spit it out. Strong safety. Once we spit that all out, he turns to his corner and he shows him, I'm up. Yes? Right as he shows him, I'm up, his corner shows him that I'm back, so we're not screwed up, right? Just use hand signals, all right? That's how I like to do it. Now, listen to what Kyle's gonna tell you. Is Kyle here? Now, you can be an idiot, okay? Explain how you got into the drop thing.
Well, can I erase this?
Whatever you want, boy. It's team teaching before we break up in this bitch, and just so you get the concepts.
Here's how we did it. Especially if you're gonna start mixing it up and play a 4-down system, right? We had the bigger defensive end and we had a faster defensive end or outside backer, right? So the way we always did it, the strong safety and that bigger defensive end always went to the same side. So the guy can be an idiot. The guy would never have to be in the pass rush, or never have to be in the pass drop because he's always going to the side of strong safety. Okay. We had an outside backer now that can run. That was more like a strong safety, maybe bigger, but a guy that can move. He always went opposite the strong safety. So number one, that always eliminated force calls because the bigger DN knew he was always a spill player. The other outside backer always knew he was a Bronco player. Nobody had to call squat because they already knew it. You know what I mean? It's just built in. Okay. So if they came out in this set, and you know, it's kind of a long story, but the other thing you've got to understand is that we called the strength 6 different ways. Okay, so what we did was, are you guys a base 3-4 or are you a base 4-3?
They don't know yet.
Well, last year we ran a lot of 50.
Good.
Okay, so you could say, all right, look, if we don't give you a front, you know we're playing 50 defense, right? Okay, so what we would do is we'd call the defense a strength 6 different ways. Okay, we'd call tight and open, which means, look, we want to set the defense to the tight end. Okay, so they come out, where's the tight end? Tight end, left, left, strong safety, that wrong arm guy going to the left. Okay, weak side backers going to the right. He knows he's a spill player, he knows he's a near arm player. Okay, if you want to make an open call, that means we're setting the defense weak. We rarely do that in cover 3, okay, but it builds into everything else. Okay, then we can play left and right. We do that a lot in cover 3. We always play that on a hash or close to a hash. So if the ball's on this hash, that's the wide side of the field, call the defense 3 left. Okay, very easy. Strong safety, spill player, you know you're going to the left. Right, weak side backer, you know you're going to the right. The reason is the strong safety in the 3-4 is your extra guy in theory. So we want to offset and now overplay the field. Okay, because more big plays are given up to the wide side of the field. And then what we played a lot of in cover 3 when the ball was in the middle of the field. So we didn't play much of this in 3, but we played a lot of this. We played what we called ace and deuce. Okay, ace and deuce. What we called was 3 deuce, almost all the time the ball was in the middle field. okay? Against any formation set. So deuce tells us, look, calling the huddle is 3 deuce. Set the defense to the side with more receivers, okay? So now, if this is a 2-back set, calling the huddle is 3 deuce, you're gonna strength call it left, left. Okay, we line up. We've got our nose, tackle, tackle. Our ends is still a wrong arm player. Okay, defense doesn't change. Now, one difference that we did make with our outside backer on the open side, okay, if you had a 2-back set, right, then we put this guy in what we call hip. We backed him off the ball. Okay, if it was a 2-back set and it was I or the backs were set away from you, okay, because now you could get, in theory, an extra guy helping in there if you needed it. If they ever offset the backs at you, now we had to put them on the line of scrimmage because now that fullback can be an immediate threat to you in a hurry to come kick you out. Does that make sense? Okay. So we called a lot of 3 deuce. All right. If they come out, and what this also allows you to do, with him being off the ball like that, we did this a lot. Okay, and now it's easy for him to play there. Well, I mean, it's easy for him to see that. Okay. Now, if they come out,
If he did stem, does that end come up as they stem, or does he stay up?
it's set there. We didn't change it. Okay. Now, calling the huddle is 3 deuce. Ball's in the middle field, but they come out in that, right? The deuce is always to the. You call it the speed. Okay. So to us, a slot always took priority over a tight end, right? So we want to get the strong safety to the passing strength. So the strength here is going to be right, right. Okay, I'm just going to, let me put an S there for sake. All right, strong safety's here, corner, free, backer, backer, corner. Now, what you want to do with that extra guy is up to you. Okay, you know he's a spill player, you know he's a pass rush guy. Okay, if we're playing pass-heavy teams, this guy for us, he's an outside back, we would put him there. If you're playing a run-heavy team, a lot of times we'll back him off the ball, but that's just up to you. Okay, and that's just game plan, yes.
Might be too early to say it, but we did the same thing last year when we saw that set, and we just kept on getting hit on like a 10-yard out by the tight end. I don't know if you haven't really gotten the coverage yet, but that kind of, yeah, he just kept
Because
running.
he was taking too long to jam, or what?
I don't know if I mean, it might be our outside backer was playing a technique wrong on him, but
For
we kept
us,
on
he'd
getting-
be keying the tight end. As soon as this guy went out for a pass, he'd be hauling ass out under 1. Tight end went 10-yard out to us, he'd take it.
Okay,
Because for us, they always push under 1.
We're gonna get to this tomorrow.
okay.
Yeah.
No, that's a good question.
What you can do, I don't know if it's quite as, if you're gonna be quite as firm, if you want to back him off the ball and do this,
And then slam into that
but
tight
you got a
end.
full
So
step
you're
into that
gonna
guy to
get a
knock up the
free
inside out of
inside
the tight end.
Right.
So now this guy's keying through the tight end in the backfield, right? Because the nice thing is that tight end wanted to reach, well, in theory, your tackle should be running through there, right? If he blocks down, though, his ass better come up and near on. But that would put him in a little bit better position to be able to cover. Does that make sense? Okay. If they come out in 4 wide to us, if the ball's in the middle of the field, it's gonna be based on game plan, but more often than not, when we first put it in, when we call 3 deuce, the strength's gonna be left, because most teams are right-handed.
So that's where your strong safety would go?
So we could make a left-left call,
Yeah.
we'd look like this. Our Sam for us is gonna be inside shoulder number 2. He has to because he's the force.
So that's telling Sam, just because we have no back to me, I can go back to 4 and 4?
Well, we're gonna put him, if he has a slot, on the inside shoulder of the slot.
Okay.
So we're gonna put him 3 or 4 yards off the ball, inside shoulder slot, because he's still the force. So if they ran pitch that way, he's gotta be able to play it like this.
You playing 3 or 4 yards off the slot or off the ball?
We'll put him about 4 yards off the slot.
Okay, so if you made if they're on a hash, just for say, and
Which hash they on?
they're on the right hash.
Right hash?
You're right. Our defensive right hash,
Okay,
and they have and you already put your strong safety to the left,
3 left, yes.
and they came out with a slot to the right. Would you put your end out like he is right now? Even
Yeah.
though I know he's in the hash. I mean, I know he's real close to the sideline.
Yeah,
Is that
you
what
could,
you would do?
you could maybe just tell him to split the difference between the tackle and slot.
Into the boundary.
Right.
Right.
Just
Yeah,
split
we
the
can do that.
difference.
We never really talked about that a whole lot, but yeah, we could. The one thing that you have to work, because see, if it's trips, if we call 3 deuce, right, we're always gonna call 3 deuce again, anywhere in the middle of the field. But if they come out like this, obviously the strike's gonna be left, okay? What we would do with our will typically is line them up head up, pre-snap, okay, and then we'd start to shuffle them down and have them go. Then just to kind of cover it up, just so they couldn't snap quick throw to them, okay? The one thing that you have to look out for, because now, so I'm set here, right? Here's one thing that we did against trips that was really good for us. Out of cover 3, what we did was anytime it was trips away, our Sam always came out, and he went 4x4 on the split end back there.
Against trips.
Trips away.
Okay.
It was 4x4 from the wideout, okay? And now we took our corner and we backed him up to 11x4, okay? Okay, we backed our corner up to 11 and 4. And the reason we did this is now you can start to slide the free safety.
Hey, stop a minute until this guy gets through.
The reason we did this, okay, and I got this from a guy, like the Mission Viejo area. The reason we do this is, number one, they put you in trips a lot on this side, and they want to try and get one-on-one matchups on the backside, okay?
Right.
So, what happens is, now you get drop back pass, this guy's basically popping, he's already inside of 1, and you can basically double him from on top. The reason this guy's 11x4, number one, if they want to throw vertical to this guy, he's so damn deep, it's easy for him to get back over the top. But he's 4 yards inside because on the backside, you get so much of that.
Right.
He's already so far inside of him that he's just sitting on top of it.
A majority of the time we've ran cover 3 and whenever we got trips away, we always moved our corner to inside shade. Would that ruin like the total integrity of what the cover 3 is?
Right. Yeah. Well,
But
so
to
we
take
go
care of
back
that
to-
route though, I mean, that's what the route usually they try to do is to
Right.
get that backside post.
And the reason we widen him out is because it's easy for him to double on anything that breaks short and outside.
Outside.
You see what I mean? So anything they're trying to hit outside, he's already sitting on it, okay, because he's so close to him. All right? And the reason we're able to move him out with trips away is because, well, the only play that can possibly run the ball and run back is going to be speed option.
Right.
Right? Well, hell, I mean, he's going to pitch anyway. You know what I mean? So that's the only play they can possibly run.
Plus, what's neat, if they do run speed option, that receiver can't even get him, because he's just like, he's lined up 4 yards inside, but he's got his eyes inside.
So that tackle would have to be checked like a different kind of pass rush against that. If the Sam's out, would he have to come outside pass rusher?
He always has
He
to,
always does.
because the way it happens is the D-line knows, because it's just built in. The D-9 knows if you make a left-left call on pass, we all head right. If you make a right-right call on pass, we all head left. It's just built in because of these calls. So whichever way the strength goes, D-line knows they're heading the other way on pass.
On the
So on
half-man
this, it would have been a
move.
left-left call, D-line knows on pass, you're always doing this. Why? Because that's your extra guy that's always coming off the edge for containment. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's very easy for him,
Yeah.
okay? Now, obviously, if we do this and they motion back, he's gotta work back, he's gotta work back and over. Okay, just to reset yourself back to where you should have been.
What's your corner technique? Does he still slide back from that 11 and 4 on the snap?
Yeah, he's just gonna slide. Yeah. He didn't change. He could peek at 1, but it's basically, because what a lot of people have done in the past is said, all right, you've gotta take him man on the backside.
Right.
On trips. Well, the problem is when you start playing with people that, you know, you call it zone defense for a reason. So you're trying to stay out of man coverage as much as possible. You know what I mean? Whether it's a matchup thing or what have you. But now you're just putting this guy in a one-on-one matchup with a 4-man pass rush. You start hurting yourself. Anytime we run man, we're bringing 5 or more. You know, so you're making it tough for him. The only adjustment that ever has to be made, and this is the only time it can possibly happen, is if the ball's in the middle of the field, we call 3 deuce, so we're making a left-left call, right? So we're set like this, and now they motion the other way. You know, if they motion the strong safety, who cares? If they have a pre-snap lined up in trips, you know that's where we're setting the defense, so that's not a problem. It's if they ever come out in trips, or doubles, excuse me, and motion to trips to the Sam, okay? Because now if you look at it, he's still inside of 2. We're short of man a little bit. And when we get into the pass coverage stuff, you'll see our backers are always popping to cover receivers and not spots, okay? So the only difference is, anytime that they now end up in trips to the sand, it can only happen on motion, we yell bump, bump, at the top of our lungs, okay? Bump, bump, which tells these backers go from a 50 to a stack look, okay? Both of these guys will be keying the near guard, and now our strong safety just slides down and plays to the hip.
So nobody lines up on the third guy coming over in motion?
Nope. Okay, we don't have to. Okay, because they're so close to him anyway, they just threw, I mean, blows that. So
Because when
When you see
you
pass,
see
that's
it
what
later
we're doing.
tomorrow, our matchup zone, where the matchup zone started from, boys, I've always told you for years, because it's true, never think down about your kids. Players at any age love concepts, they can do anything, boys. They can do anything pro guys do. The only exception I ever made, because I taught matchup zone in the pros. I thought high school guys, I'm not sure they can do it. Well, what happened to Kyle's guys the year before, we'd been a pure spot drop team. And he had great kids at inside backer, but they weren't very quick. And on spot dropping, they'd get the offhand shoulder key, they'd drive, and they couldn't quite make it, you know. So then we really took a look at it in the off season, started putting in matchup zone. And I don't know how many games you played that year. I don't know, it was 11 games, 12 games, not 10, 11. It was either 11 or 12. It was 11 that year. Is what happened in matchup zone, even if they catch it, your backers drop them. So I think there were 4 passes completed on those guys in matchup all year.
Yeah.
And they dropped them like right now, boys.
Well, and the best part
And
of
it
the
was the
whole
same
thing,
guys.
Matchup zone means they're pattern reading or not
Yes,
reading quarterback
right,
intentions.
yes.
Yeah, because it gets you closer to the receivers based on where he's trying to throw, based on where they are going. And the kids ate it up. I mean, they
Well,
loved it.
and the biggest thing that I think happened to us, you know, one, it got our guys closer to the receivers, but number 2, because they were getting so close, it forced the quarterback to put air to the ball
We got a lot
to
of
get
picks.
it. And our DBs, I mean, last year we had 23 interceptions, just because everything was
43.
either it's going to hit him in the back of the head or you have to force air. So we're matching up underneath, but our DBs are all playing the ball. So now the ball's coming over their head and they're just picking it, because either it's going to hit him in the head or it's going to go over his head. When you force it to go over his head, now we'll pick it, because our whole idea on defense is you can't allow them to throw the ball in straight lines. There has to be arc under the ball. If it's in a straight line, we're in trouble. All right, and that's how we play any defense. But this is the one exception. And typically for us, the way we've lined up our inside linebackers is we've had what we call a Mike and a Mo. So it just becomes really easy. We've had a Mike and a Mo, right? Our Mike always goes to the call side of the defense, okay? So we call left, left, Mike goes left. It doesn't matter where the tight end is, okay? So what happens is the Mo knows, look, it's the only time it happens. Look, I get trips to my side on motion in cover 3, we need to bump. So the Mike knows it, or excuse me, the Mo knows it. If I get trips, hell, I got to bump. That's it. And so they move over. It's built in, it's really easy. So we've eliminated lion and ram calls. We've eliminated what happens on motion, guys having to run across. Because where it started was this. Where it originally started was, let's just say, it doesn't matter what they're in, but let's just say, let's put them in like 20 personnel. So we call 3 deuce, it's a left-left call. Or
Right.
even if you call just cover 3, you'd want a lion call, right? Well, what we used to teach was when this guy motioned,
Rover goes.
he had to go across, right? And he had to start yelling opposite, opposite at the top of his lungs, which would now put this guy into coverage, would now have to get this guy to figure out, I've got to come, right? Well, what started happening is, he gets the opposite call. He can hear it, okay? And now if you played it that way, those 2 guys have to be the same kind of kid. They both have to be able to cover, okay? So he would have to run across, and then the other thing is, he would have to hear it, right? Opposite, opposite, and he's running across. Well, more often than not, that guy never heard it. So you start getting that, and you start getting 8 guys in the drop. And plus it's communication, it's everything else. You know, they made it a pain in the ass. So we just said, you know what, screw it. Because now we can play, in theory, doesn't matter who this is. Sure, that guy may be able to move, but he's also a bigger kid. Hell, he's always gonna be our pass rush guy. If you're used to playing with 4 down, that's just another D lineman. That's all it is. You don't ever have to ask him to cover. Right? So he motions, strong safety doesn't care. He just moves in, Sam bumps out. It doesn't change anything.
And inside backers don't bump because
No,
it's not
because
trips.
it's not trips.
Okay.
It's very easy for us. You can do things if you want where you can change the line stunt. That's a game plan thing for us, right? We'll do things where it's like, all right, they come out in this. We were planning on going this way, but now they motion back. We can just get a check to where we're doing this, that, and that right now on the snap. That's easy. We just tell our linebackers to start, red, 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 red. D-line knows you go that way. So that's easy for us. But you don't even have to do that if you don't want to. You know, because for us, our whole idea was, let's keep everything as simple as possible so we can now start giving the offense more looks. We can play cover 2 well, we can play cover 3 well, we can play multiple fronts. It's all really simple for us, but it gives the offense a fistful of looks. But the more you make guys move and check, the less you're gonna be able to do because you have to practice it. You know what I mean? So that's what we went to. So we'd always call 3 left or 3 right based on the hash. And then if the ball's in the middle field, we always called 3 deuce. These things come in tight, open. So like if we wanted to stem the front, we'd always call for the most part, we'd call like 3 open, what we call 3 open stem crash. So that's the one time strong safety goes, so where's the open side? Right, right. Okay, so we look like this. So we look like this, base, down, down. We'd send him flat off the edge, right? So our strong safety has to be over there.
If you'll pause it, that's a great.
And they get this guy coming down hard all the time, they're gonna have to start doing this.
Inserting E.
Inserting, right? So now you're running the zone. Well, if you look at it, they're asking this guy to come off and scoop the nose. It's not gonna happen, right? So our nose is gonna give you what? Wrong color in a hurry, right? So this back's gonna say, oh, gotta cut it back, right? In a hurry. Well, that guy scooping off, your end runs right through that damn hole. There's nowhere to even cut back to. You know? So, and it's the same thing against single back teams.
Okay, stop a minute. Plus that W coming down, that term to us
Just
is
looks like
slant tailback. That W's got to get his head in front of the tailback. What happens, even if you get an insert E call, if that fullback's track is not perfect, as he's coming, he can wrong arm it, he can still get across
He's
that
still
guy's
spill
face.
it. He's got to spill.
If you get bootleg off that with a strong safety, have to come up and play the bootleg?
No, we'd drop him off late, and then we'd probably get him to try and scrape late. Okay, but our other call off of that, let's say we're anticipating bootleg, right? What we now, instead of, we're calling, so this is reopen, stem crash. Okay, that means we're going with a half side stem. So we called right, right, they know they're heading left.
And we're crashing the
We
outside
can call 3 open full stem, which now sends this tackle to there.
stem.
Okay. What we also do, and I think we used this in 2 games last year, we'll call 3 open stem quarterback instead of crash. Okay.
Yeah.
So now he stems, that guy goes top shoulder to quarterback, he's playing boot all the way.
He doesn't respect any fake inside. That quarterback does it all. Gives him the hand in the head, starts to boot. Boom! Look him in the eye and hit him in the jaw.
Yeah, we
Keep
just
your head on your
we
side,
play
'cause you
boot
can't
all
be
the way.
outside.
So if they're a big zone team, it's a good boot team, and we're gonna play cover 3, we'll boot we'll come all the way. Does that make sense? And you can do things if you wanted this look against 2 back, or even against 1 back. But if you wanted this look, then here we would call 3 tight, stem, crash. The difference is on a crash call, that outside backer knows if I've got a tight end, I'm coming under the tight end. Okay? So now you look like this. He plays base. And you've got that look. Strong safety, 1, 3.
This is defense where the strong safety's going to the
Strong safety now goes to
Tight.
strength, so that's tight, okay.
Yeah. So it'd be 3 tight stem crash. Okay, or 3 deuce stem, whatever, okay? We're coming from here, so if you want to blow up tight end, that's a good short yardage deal. the one thing that we taught our outside backers, and what started happening is on midline, it started getting us, right? Anytime that we ran a stem like this, okay, number one, our D-line's backed off the ball. Minimum 18 inches. Okay, minimum 18 inches. So our D-line was backed off the ball because if I'm coming down, we'd go 6 inches parallel, reduce our hip and shoulder, and we're now coming down to the guard. Well, what happened is you can't get cut by the tackle, right? If our tackle's coming down backside on inside zone, you can't get cut by him. Well, we played a team that was great at cutting us, and we played these guys the same, allowed them to move a little bit, right? Well, he got cut. You could see on midline that there was an open hole back here because he was getting picked off. So the adjustment we started making that was really good for us, these guys for us were still keeping guards. They didn't change what they did. If I'm to the side that the stem's coming, because that's Mike, right? So Mike is always, check that, this is Mike. This is Mo. Okay, so Mo always knew, he played it the same, he just read his guard and went. On the backside, Mike always knew when the ball snapped, he had to step out one step and still read his guard and then react. It slowed him down, so if they cut back and we got cut, a guy was sitting there. As opposed to getting, hauling ass, and there was a cutback lane.
Pause it. Also, turn it on. Is also why we do this. Your better teams that run the wing T, their backside tackle's always trying to cut on a lot of plays, and by backing them up 18 inches, as that guy steps parallel, comes on the angle, throws the rip and leans, the guy can never get him. All right?
Because the nice thing about when if you're going to play a 3-4, to us, you have to stem a lot, right? I don't know if you guys have ever done that in the past or not.
No,
The reason we stem all the time is because they have to block 3-4 rules, right? So hell, this guard's uncovered, and the center's got a nose guard. So when they pull, well, the center's got to step here first, right, to take the nose, right? Well, when this guy pulls, hell, your tackle's running right behind him because they're running through open holes. You know what I mean? Is what happens. If when you line up in a 40 front, they just know, hey, I block back, that guy's pulling. He just picks you off in a hurry. But when you play the 3-4, the advantage to it is when you move a lot like this, you're stepping into the front that you want, but you run through open holes.
And the
You get
big
instant
thing,
penetration.
and the other reason that you want to stem, we got this from Dave Tipton a couple years ago, from Stanford, got this from Pete Jenkins when he was at LSU. Why you like to stem also, especially if your D-line's not super quick, yes, it really helps you on the pass rush because they're friggin' moving on the snap, you know what I mean? So stemming really helps you on the pass rush.
So, that's out of cover 3. And we're going to talk 2 over there, so. But we played that piss low. And it's easy for them. It's not like you're doing a million things.
But when we get into it later for the inside linebacker guys, the nice thing about stemming, slanting and stuff, it doesn't change the reads on the cone system for the inside backers. Nothing changes. All right, a lot of people, and we used to get on Air Force about this. So take blue ink or something up there, Kyle. If we're half stemming, show them a full stem up there. Just take that 5 and stem them. If we're stemming to the left, what Air Force did before the change of the staffs this past year, they made those 2 inside backers both go parallel away from the stem. For us, it's only the backside backers stepping up and out, right? It's not both of them. So that they would make Mo start to glide to his right. Well, that's pretty stupid. You want to get to where the ball's going, isn't that right? That's right. But how come we have the backside Mike step up and out just like if he got, because even that's what he would do. If he got guard blocked down out of base, he would step up and out, as we're going to get into later. But what's nice, why he's doing that, because we're basically in a full stem. What we did early in the year before we really understood it, we had the backside Mike just play his cone system. Well, you can see what happened. He would get up in there and our E would make it, but they would run it and bounce it back just off our E, outside of E on the stem, because the backer couldn't rock back in time.
So you're talking like if they're running a zone play to the defense?
It could be zone, anything, but what happened, Mike was getting caught up in there. all right?
And the nice thing is, if they run the zone play here, you just get that quick overlap.
Yeah,
You know,
boom,
'cause
boom.
he's gotta go to him, he comes up inside of that tackle, as the tackle comes up.
So,
he's coming over the
so
top.
now the tackle's gotta come off and that backer prunes them and you still got the W. So that guy's gonna have to bounce, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
and if you're sending him, then he has to go out, out. He's a free player now in the zone with him coming quick over the top. You know, so he's just a free guy. But we almost always do exclusively run this open into here, right? If you do it against double tights, it's automatic for us no matter what coverage we're in. Let's say we were stemming left. Number one, well, whether we were here or here, it's automatic that this guy has to come under, right? We would never crash and send him around a tight end, your strong safety's already out there. You know, so it's just automatic in crash ball. The other thing too, you guys, did you say you play teams that run double wing?
Well, we will.
There's
in
the
playoffs.
potential that they
Right.
spring it on you or something like you were saying.
Right.
who was out there kept springing out on us? Granite Hills in the scrimmage? They would go from shotgun into double tight wing, foot to foot.
The nice thing is if you get into stemming, your kids know how to do it, then you can start using against teams like that directional calls based on motion, right? So if you're getting a double wing team,
And they're foot to foot, you were talking
Right.
about.
then
Like basically, if we're gonna win a championship, we gotta be able to beat this.
Yes.
anytime that we're in A, we don't know which way we're headed, our tackles are always head up. Everybody's 18 inches off the ball, right? And then let's just say we were here, here. For us, we're probably gonna play a lot of like cover two. Sort of. We're gonna do it like this, okay? And so, let's say they go this way, right?
That's jump motion.
We're all gonna start yelling, blue, okay? So on he motions, he's staring at him, and him are keying him, okay? He motions, he's gonna stack for counter, right? He motions, the only guy that could possibly threaten him is the tight end, okay? So what happens now on a blue call, you've got him running, him going to the inside of the tight end, so if that tight end blocks down, now he's stepping into it and not getting ear hole.
Right.
Right? Okay? And now he's keying the tight end, he's keying the wing. If these guys come down at all, these guys are spill players, both of them. Okay? So let's just say, I don't know how they would do it, but let's say he blocked down
That's
and
exactly
maybe
how
he
it
just
is.
did that, right? He's gonna spill and he's outside for it. If they both block down,
That's what you're gonna get.
if they both block down, so he's down, I'm thinking I got a spill, right? Now he gets hit in the hip, what we teach him once he gets hit in the hip, okay, so I'm down, think wrong arm, get hit in the hip, give us a tight ice pick right around the guy, okay? But whoever it is that comes to kick him out, he spills.
He's a wrong arm player.
So let's say it's him, you spill, because you know our safeties, even though we'll call them halves, they're only back like at 9. And they just bounce, and they key that wing. If that wing blocks down, those guys can freaking screaming, right? Because they're gonna be the force off the edge, okay?
To
So
make
if he
everything
blocks
bounce,
down,
they run right into the halves at 9 because he's coming.
if
It's
he blocks down, he's screaming, okay? If he ran like post, he'd take it, okay? If he went outside release, like arrow, that's the one time we tell our corner, look, that guy releases outside you at all, you take your man, because our halves is gonna take it. Okay, anything else, it doesn't matter. But what happens is, with all these pulls that they're gonna use, right? The nose and your backside tackle are always running through open holes, always, and they're flagging people down. So the rule is, if I'm on the backside and my guy pulls away, you have to tackle the trap. Have to on the backside. This guy, when he pulls out, hell, you're just running through. You're getting the extra guy there in a hurry instead of getting down, and getting ear hole and everything else. Right?
onside pull, I don't even think trap. Backside pull, I think trap. Now, stay there, caucus is big. Brett's gonna bring this up, I'm sure. Backside tackle, I'm stemming. The guy I'm stemming to pulls, yes? as you get to the line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage is where the heels of the offensive lineman had been before the snap. When they get to the heels of that puller, you snap turn and you get in his front pocket, not in his back pocket. Then they learn how to redirect. The ball has to cut back, guy runs right into him. So we don't become the tail of the snake, all right?
Oh, you know what? Sorry. Let me not screw you up here.
And no motion, you just play straight up.
Yeah, but they would have to motion, I would think, right? They always motion unless it's pass, probably.
Right.
To make it even simpler, this S, when you get blue, let's just step inside out of the wing, so you get everybody going. So now you get that, him outside. So now if they went this way, red, okay? Because now that corner, he motions, I stack for counter, right? You just throw your eyes across, make sure it doesn't come back. But it's good because you get these guys running through holes. That's how we play the wing T. So it's going to be similar, it's just be on both sides. The one disadvantage to double wing is they get the extra guy in there as a quarterback, trying to block.
Right.
You know, but we're going to try and spill everything as much as you can, and you're going to gain extra guys by those guys. Does that make sense? That's how you're going to get extra.
What I'm
So it's
gonna
pretty
do when I get home, what was the name of that high school? Can you remember? I can't remember to save my ass.
Brockway.
Brockway, Pennsylvania. They run double wing. Well, they brought us in to do a camp for them 2 straight summers. Well, in the library, which I'll just send you, is you can just copy them, send them back. It's like 4 of their games, and you'll see, and they're pure double wing. And then occasionally they'll get in the eye, but the fullback's a sniffer. I mean, he's so close to the
Right,
fullback's
right.
ass, he's sniffing them. That's what you'll also get in the double wing where that guy's up tight, he's a sniffer. That remaining back, I mean, he's so close to the quarterback's butt, he can smell him, so that's why it's called a sniffer. But what you can do, you sit there and study it, and then you'll see all this stuff he's talking about, how it fits. This allows you by stemming to the jump motion to be able to play base. If not, you gotta get in 6-5 goal line, because what beats it is movement such as this or penetration. That's what they can't handle. But people don't know this stuff, they try to sit there straight playing base against stuff, because it's just down, with massive pulls. On the toss, the quarterback leads, comes inside out and blocks your forced defenders, so they got like everybody and their uncle coming on their power toss. But they can't jack you with a jump motion because the outside backer jumps back for counter, because their only play back is the inside scissors counter off of that, and you got the outside backer just sitting there on it. Okay.
And the thing is too, you know, the hard thing is if you only play one double wing team, well, you can't change your entire damn defense
Right.
to match that, you know what I mean? So if you're already stemming, you know, well now it's easy for them to make red and blue calls. It's very easy, because if your corner and your safety are both staring at the wing, they're looking at it. He motions, blue! When they see it, they start it, and then your linebackers pass it down, because they're staring at it, you know what I mean? So it's pretty easy, it's a good thing to do.
Now, show them against double wing or the wing T, you guys will dig this. Show them what you came up with that I'd shared with you in terms of getting your defense to have to recognize in a hurry and then make the call. In terms of turning the defense at you with the offense already.
When I was at Mara Mesa, we'd play a fast tempo team. So what are they trying to do? They're trying to kick the scouts in the ass to run up to the line, you know, get going. Guys are lined up wrong. Coach is getting all pissed. Then they're trying to snap the ball off fast. They're fumbling. I mean, it just looks like crap, right? So what we do is we turn our defense around. So our defense has all got their back to the offense, right? We've called the defensive play and they just stand here. So now the offense can take their time, get lined up in the proper formation and get set. And then we yell, move! And the defense has got to turn around. I start counting. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, set! When I yell set, bam, there goes the motion, and then they're going to start, and they're going to run the play. But it forces your guys to really use their eyes and recognize the formations and get lined up and get their keys in a hurry, and the guys start motioning and they have to do what they do. But we use that against fast tempo teams, which has helped us out quite a bit. You know, early on when you first do it, you may give them 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, set, because the guys are hauling ass, running around, trying to get set up, you know. But as we go, it's 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, set, you know, and so we create the tempo that way. And it's helped them out a lot. You know.
That's a big deal, guys. That's a big deal. All right? If if you'll just give me a couple of minutes, thanks, Scott, for a small college. It's reduction, except if you're in the south, and it's called Eagle Week. Eagle Week is reduction. Some people call it under, all right? What happens, any two-back set, now take a look at this. You can play this with 3 down or 4 down. We just tag the letter what? D onto it, if that fourth guy is a down guy. So if he's not the same as your outside backer, he'll stand on the sideline. Anytime we flash in anything D, whoever's signaling or calls will vocalize it. That kid hears D, he just goes. He goes in yelling with his fists up, D, 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 and the guy you're pulling out comes out, okay? Sometimes it's the same guy. As you'll see in major college, and you go, who is that guy? Sometimes he's up, it's the same guy. What I'm talking about, fellas, is this. You're gonna have to make a double call. In the reduction, you've gotta get the front slid the proper way, yes? So, what happens?
How we called it, make it simple, you don't have to make a double call.
Tight,
No, we called 3 open. Just called this.
let me draw it first, and then Kyle can explain how you can make it simpler. Now, if we're in a 3-down system, this is an outside backer, yes? He's over that big hog, that tackle, he's always in a tilt. And he never has to be forced. He's the squeezer, so he can come on and pound and take that guy back. In the diagram, I'm not kidding you. We take him on, 65, 35, or a half distance the other side of I got base, and we pound him all the way back to the corner of the other end zone. You know why? Just to get a stalemate in the game. He can just take on that mother and pound and stay right there, I get knocked off, but that's exactly how I draw it for him. All right? To keep it simple, in high school, you could run 3 open, but we like to run cover 2 out of this, just to keep it simple, yes? So the outside backer does not have the force the under player does. So he splits that guy in half. Football 101, boys. I even brought the training tape to show you. Is that nose guard not shaded a half a man on that center? So your inside backer shaded a half a man on the guard. So you kept your gap integrity stuff. So he splits him a half a man on the guard. What a lot of people do in reduction, they take the weak side inside backer and they stick him right in the A gap. We don't like to do that, because we want him to be in position to make plays either way, so nothing changes. He lines up just like he did in 50. He's head up over the guard, that's why we keep the 50 first. And he's always a half yard further back than the strong side inside back. Okay, now big. Football's a matchup game. Who's that famous coach in basketball at UCLA? Johnny Wooden, right? 11 national championships, unbelievable. What I'm bringing up is, they scouted people, but they're gonna do what they do. And people go, well, they were awfully good and they could do that. No, the guys they played were good. So we're gonna game plan all that, but we're gonna play what we can play, yes? Now, football's a matchup game. You guys know in pre-inverted cover 3, that safety and base, if he has normal splits at 5 and 5 off the tight end. And he had the force, if the force was sky, yes? What your better teams do, they bring the strong safety up in cover 2. He's called the under player. You got him up, your faster corner is the has guy, okay? And we don't care if the opponent knows, because you can do other things out of this, but the point being is, in sky out of cover 3, didn't that guy have the force? And why he did? If you're playing teams that are going to run very well off tackle, but aren't that good outside, you want to be in sky and make everything bounce into that guy. Well, the guy will knock your ass off, that's why he's playing strong safety. So why don't you make him the force defender to one side and cover 2? Yes? Because you can't force him deep, boys, in a zone. When Kyle gets into all this tomorrow. So what happens, he's the under player, the faster corner is the half. I want you to hear this. This actually is pretty humorous. I played strong safety, right? We ran pre-inverted cover 3 much. Suddenly they called cover 2. In the old days, guess what? This is me back here, at 13 to 14 yards, and I want you to hear this, because my buddy said they could actually hear this on the sideline, when they would flash it in cover two. Friggin' Alvin, that could run 4.4, is the friggin' up player. I ran 4.87 in a hurricane behind me. Every time they see one in cover two, that's my asshole tightening up every time they call two. Yes? And suddenly I'm a deep guy, you gotta be shitting me. So you want football's a matchup game, our strong safety's the up or the under player, the faster corners the halves. Yes? So we got strong safety, halves, free, and corner. And that's big because the force now is hammer. Remember we use hand signals? This is from the Denver Broncos, it isn't cloud. Why we don't call cloud? All your kids from age 8 and Pop Warner know they hear corner yelling cloud, cloud, they know it's corner force. So it's hammer or halfback force. Why we call it hammer? As we line up, just so we're not screwed up, the strong safety turns to his halves. Hammer, hammer, he pounds his hands, he's hammering, right? He's got the force, and the halves is back initially. This is the reduction. What this is all about is you can't block the weak side, back, or even if you know how to zone it, boys. If you tried to scoop the offset nose, and this is a good proactive three, as he scoops down, this guy's gonna squeeze before your tackle can get to the armpit. Isn't that right? So if you're a base inside zone team and don't angle, there's no way for them to get him. Well, and if he's coming down, then you're tilted outside back or a four linebacker system is squeezing, you see what I'm saying? You got problems, they can't get him. So what happens, they will single block him. Well, they've got to slam the three technique before this guard can get off. In the cone system, in the reduction, they're gonna attack you first right at the bubble. In theory, you would think the guard could turn out on the three, is that right? In theory, the center could turn out on the nose. Then they insert the backer, the fullback on the backer. So his cone system, if he gets full flow at him, that guy's like he's shot out of a cannon. He runs right through the weak side A, hard as he can go, takes on the fullback right down the middle. We either throw a 20-degree flipper with the inside arm, or we throw the Bangkok right through his nuts. The smaller inside backers really like that. So that's an example. The thing you'll see is all the plays he makes over from here over. All right, from here over. He starts, if he gets full flow away, because he's stacked, he's got to keep backs, his eyes, and then the eye between the fullback and the tailback. We'll get into detail on that later. Here they go. He always near foot into the near A. Bounce, because I got cut back. There is no cut back. Boom, I'm in the glide, I'm over the top. And we'll get into that. But it's the plays this kid makes from here over, boys. All right? So we put in the reduction second. Yes? And it's always eagle weak. We don't need strong. We always play cover two behind it. Now, take a look at this. We always make a double call. We first got to know where the tight end is. So it's no big deal here. Tight end is where? Tight end is left. Left. So the D-line knows how to shade it. We're shading left. All right? When would you have to make a double call? They come out and slot. Yes? Left. Yes? So we don't confuse them. We go Y left. The Y is to the left, that's first, but the strength is right. Okay, two cut side is strength, tight end gets his line, so we're still properly aligned, okay? What happens against slot, you guys will dig it. There's not a quarterback in America that can freaking read this. Pre-snap, they came out in slot, they're gonna swear you're in pre-inverted cover three. You're not, you're in two sky. What happens? Strong safety covers down 3 to 4 yards off the slot. If he has a normal split, he'd be on his outside shoulder. Why are you there? Because you've got a reduced end here in a tilt, right? If we ran reduction D, that's a down guy. All right? What happens? You want the corner off at about 9. Free safety is still back at 11. This is big. Take a look at your backside corner. Boston College nails Miami on this every friggin' year. Even though they've had a change of staffs, In the old days, we only did this into the boundary. Most teams that are good aren't gonna put the slot in the boundary, because our DB's yellow alert, we're anticipating he's coming back in motion, right? Because you got the sideline. But that's how we're gonna line up. What happens, your third's corner, there's no detached number one out here. So this guy's gonna be in Bronco, so he's on the edge of that tight end. He's got the force, turn everything in. This is called Husky, because we got it years ago from the portion of Huskies. That guy's off about 8 yards. All right, eyes on the quarterback, he gets off the line, he'll start to slide back slow, he hands off. Doesn't he have Bronco force? Doesn't he? Here they come, off tackle, he just fills straight, he gets a shimmy tackle, and we got the extra guy, we just blow your ass up. What's nice into the boundary, what I'm bringing up is, where Miami was getting smoked by Boston College every year, even if they only had a tight end into the boundary, they played him off at 7 or 8 outside. Either drop back or play action, you can see what happens. The free had to get into the middle in cover 3, right? They were just sending this tight end straight down the field. This guy couldn't make it, this guy was outside, that's a seam shot. So we will get in Husky there, all right? So it's still gonna be 2, but it looks like pre-inverted cover 3. All right, now take a look at why this guy's in Husky. If we get drop back pass, pure back when they were the LA Rams, pure LA Rams, pure Steve Schaefer, that Husky corner, right? He gets drop back, he's got to get in the halves within 4 crossover steps. So he gets drop back pass, he opens and runs, 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's got to get right to the, if the ball was in the middle of the field, let's say, then he's got to get right to the high school hash. His normal 2, he's lined up at 13 to 14. Kyle's gonna go into this later. You guys that coach DBs, the worst thing you can do, except against like double wing teams, is play your 2 halves guys too close in the line of scrimmage. You would look at Tampa Bay, who to this day played 2 better than anybody has in the NFL, because it's relative. It's pro guys on pro guys, high school guys on high school guys. You take over the halves guys, 13 to 14 yards deep. And it still turns into a 9-man front if the play's a run, which Kyle will get to. All right, so that quarterback thought he had pre-inverted cover 3, it ain't. What happens over here, they can't really tell if you're in quarter halves or not, and it isn't. Didn't I tell you get that corner off at 9? As long as that guy splits from just on the edge of the numbers, anywhere inside, I'm gonna be on his outside shoulder. If he takes an exorbitant split, I'll stay a yard or 2 inside of him, right? The ball snapped, right? The ball snapped. Where do great teams try to hit you, especially with a 2-cut side against cover 3 or cover 2? High school, college, or pros. Right in the hole. The hole for you in high school is 18 yards deep, 2 yards or closer to the boundary. They want to get somebody into the hole. What happens, I start to slide back easy, and this is the big secret. You slide back just inside. All right? Now the quarterback goes beyond the 3-step drop, I'm in Fat City. Yes, I can just sift. Sift means I can pedal my hips toward the quarterback, sift, and start coming back into the hole. Okay? Because I'm already back at 9. That doesn't mean he has to get to 18, boys. That means he has to get in a position where they try to get somebody in the hole, they have to throw it over him out of bounds to be able to hit it. All right? Strong safety digs it. Pure cover 2. All right? We don't have to squat and jam this guy. We give him the indication we're going to. But I balance up my feet as the quarterback goes off the line, then I turn and run at X. Right? X goes vertical to start, just stay under X a little bit. X come inside, you ball his ass off, kaboom. Right? If you can, you force him under you. You carry him 3 steps under, the ball's not thrown. Right? The ball is not thrown. Oh, and the free, oh, I'm sorry, I'm so about that. This guy is gonna work back the hole. This free, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, halves, which is nice, because that's where he had been anyway. and halves, okay? I'm gonna try to collision him based on if he's their dominant guy, I can afford to collision and carry him or not. If not, if he's gonna get off you and come under, you carry him 3 steps, he doesn't get it, you hang out right in the slot area. The slot area is between where the tight end, the flanker, or the slot and split in the line, that's the slot area. Good teams also try to throw in the slot area. So you got the slot area covered by the strong safety, you got the whole cut covered by the corner, and where halves here. What's nice about that, if you're in 40 or down, that's a down guy. If you're 50, he's up, but he's never a drop player, right? He is. You gotta teach him if there is no detached number 2. As he holds up the tight end, if he gets drop back pass, yes? He's gonna turn, snap, and run with his hips out, eyes on the quarterback, but as he takes off on the run, about a 20-degree angle, all he's gotta feel for is the tight end. The tight end is inside of him, and there is no back shooting out here, right? He can flip his hips, that's called a zone turn. He can flip his hips so his eyes are in, but his butt's out to the boundary. Tight end's gonna end up a little bit above you, that's fine. I keep him 2 to 3 yards inside of me, yes? So you can see what happens. He becomes what's called a floater. Quarterbacks in the passing game have a real problem with floaters. The guy drops back, wants to hit the tight end breaks out, he just starts to uncork it, and that guy's sitting right there going, what? It's like he tries to bring the yo-yo back, but it's too late. Yes? The beautiful thing about this, if he breaks out, the shoulders, the quarterback come right back to me, right? I just sift out and then drive on, I blow him up. And then what's nice, he disappears. Yes? Didn't I flip my hips? If he disappears, slow down, throw your eyes across the field. Anybody coming across, boy, this is a hell of a hit, boy. Right? So I open, I ran. Eyes on the quarterback, there is no back coming out. Flip your hips back to the tight end. Run, check him out, keep him 2 to 3 yards inside you, right? Hugo breaks away. Just throttle down, keep your eyes across the field, yes? Any crossing route starts coming. You can work a little to the inside, but don't come too far. We want to bait the quarterback to try to throw the crossing route into here, where you can see what happens. Boom, there's a function at the junction, boy. The ball and the defender get there with the receiver at the same time. In fact, that happened in a game when Kyle was playing at San Diego Mesa. It was the best hit on defense I've ever seen, man. This guy just destroyed this guy in the crossing route. All right, so that's a version of 2 sky, where it looks like 3 against slot. Now, knowing everything you guys know, check it out. We came out, they're in slot. Yes, we're in 2 sky. Now the slot goes in motion. Yes? Strong safety what? Goes. Right? Corner backs up to 13 to 14. Now that to us is called Dixie. What Dixie is, you have it detached on each side. So it tells them the strong safety ends up, corner ends up, faster corner ends up back, free safety ends up back. So when they motion, our strong safety goes. All right? The strong safety goes. Why? If they run downhill toss sweep, you know the force is hammer, right? Because this corner, when he goes, he comes back up, and we're right back at his base 2 deep, because our strong safety runs through. And he still ends up on the outside guy, and you can't force him deep. As Kyle will get into in terms of what he does if he jams or if he floats. But we love the reduction, because it's really tough to block W. When Kyle shows you the run support angles, it's different. It's different. It's guys coming from different places, but it's a 9-man front. It's the same as cover 3. That's why to this day in the NFL, most prevalent coverage on first down is cover 3, because it's a 9-man front. If you're free and strong, you know how to play. And Kyle will take you through all that after a while. So we're going to teach the reduction second. Now, big. If you get into reduction, just like when I told you.
Yeah, switch it up. Very good. Let's go. Switch it up. Set. Look at me. Set. Move. Good. Switch it up. Very good. You guys will be moving here in a second. We go. Set. Go up a little bit. There you go. Set. Boom. You'll be faster than that, Rashad. Switch it up. Let's go. Not Rashad. Shit. Dud, chop. Vontae. Vontae. Set. Boom. Good. Keep your knees bent out there, corner. Good. Switch it up. First group's up. Now, you're going to get drop back pass. You're going to get drop back pass. Corners, just do what you did again. Just start to skip. Okay, but bend your knees a little bit. Give us a little bit more of a sense of urgency. All right? Outside linebackers. Okay? You guys get drop back pass. You know the ball snapped, you got to bounce. Okay? You got to bounce. This position right here is what we call the skiff flare. The skiff flare. Even if you're a safety, you may have to drop down with the ball snapped and say skip if we're going to blitz him off the edge. Okay? So we have to rotate the zone. Here's what happens. If you guys look at it, with nobody else in the game right now, we have to cover 3 zones. We have to cover the low middle part of the field, which can be taken care of by the mic more often than not. We have to now cover 2 yards inside the hash, out to the numbers, which is going to be taken care of by the stiff flare. Whether it's you or whether you're blitzing and this guy's dropping down. Okay? That's got to happen. And we've also got to be able to cover over here, which is the skiff area. Okay? 2 yards inside the hash, out to the numbers. We're going to teach you how to play. So you 3 guys are underneath players. Okay? We'll teach you how to do that in a little bit. All right? Now, again, hey, we can blitz the safety, and you guys play the skip. We can blitz you, safety drops down, safety goes to the middle. We'll work on that as we get going. Now, here's what's going to happen. We say set, you're just going to bounce. Okay, when I smack the ball, you bounce. As soon as you get drop back pass, you now need to play the number 2 receiver.
Stay locked down.
What you don't want to be is fast and on top. You've got to be slow to go outside, guys. The ball comes out in a hurry. Okay? So here's all I want you guys to do. On set, use your stance. On move, when I tap the ball, just start to bounce. As soon as you get dropped back, just start to skip back with your outside leg and snap your eyes to the number 2. Once you get 10 to 12, just settle. Don't even move. Okay? You never end up deeper than 12 yards. That makes sense. Okay? You're already starting at 5. Outside back over here. I'm bouncing. I snap my eyes to 2. I skip. Once I get to about 10 or 12, just sit there. That makes sense. Mike, for now, all I want you to do, when we say move, you've got to end up down the middle. So bounce once you get drop back pass. Just open up, get to about a depth of 10, square up, and you just kind of bust your feet from here. All right, here we go. When you slide back, you're reading the quarterback, ball snap, bounce, you get drop back pass. As you slide, you got to read him. Yeah, he's not going to move. All right, here we go. Set. Go. Look at him. Oh, too deep. Try it again. Do it again. Hey, don't backpedal. Slide. Okay? It's a problem when you backpedal. You got to be slow to go. You're a short player. You guys have got to understand, everything's got to be thrown quickly. So you don't want to be out too fast. Be slow to go. Here we go. Set. Go. Slow. Settle. Settle. Good. Switch. Let's go. You got to be a little bit more active than that. 2-1 guys. You got to be quick on your toes. Hey, just kick that outside foot back. Just kick that outside foot back. Be slow to go. I know this grass isn't the best thing in the world. Here we go. Set. Go. Yep. Settle. Settle. Very good. Good. Switch it up. Very good, gentlemen. Here we go. Set. With your feet. Switch your feet. Inside legs up. There you go. Square up a little bit. Here we go. Stay inside of them. Set. Go. Settle 10. You're too deep, Mike. Good. Very good. A little deep. There you go. No deeper than 12. Try to work again. Set. Go. Settle. Good. Switch. Let's go through it again one more time. Set. Go. Settle. Good. Switch it up. Get your feet down quick outside, guys. Set. Go. Good, Xavier. Good. Keep your feet active, guys. Big move. Here we go. Set. Go. Settle. Good. Here we go. Last one. Set. Go. Good. We try to be a little bit quick. Good. On back. Okay. Yes. If I set my shoulders outside, okay, my shoulders are set outside of you. Yes. You want to start to shuffle to the outside. So once you bounce and you start to slide, okay, he sets his shoulders outside. I'm gonna start to work laterally, just like this. That's how you push to the numbers. That makes sense. Your Mike is doing the same exact thing. Mike, I pop back, I start to set, his shoulders are set this way, I'm starting to work this way. Okay, does that make sense? You're doing the same thing, but on the backside, right? So once I start to get back and I set, his shoulders are set away, I start to move laterally. Okay, here we go. Let's fire through it. Set. Go. Good, very nice. Good, here we go, next group's up. Set. Go. Good, nice job, Xavier. Good, keep moving, Mike. Keep moving, Mike. Don't sit there and stop. Set. Go. Good, very nice. Set. Eyes right here, son. You gotta see me if it's run. Are you comfortable like that? All right. Set. Go. Good. Keep your knees bent out there. Okay, good. Let's go. Now, hey, zone defense. Zone defense. We'll set you guys up. You guys are going to start moving laterally. Yes? How do you know when it's time to break? Zone defense. Quarterback pulls his palm off. We go. Okay? So you're all going to start moving laterally with my shoulders. Okay? As soon as I give you palm off, I want to see you drive downhill on a 45. I want to see you break straight. I want to see you break straight. Does that make sense? Okay? Corners, I'm not going to make you break right now because you're going to be doing plenty of running in a minute. All right? Here we go. Hey, you're playing the shoulders of the quarterback. He drops back, you know where you need to be. He turns the shoulders, you start to move. He gives you palm off, drive on it. Here we go. Set. Right here, son. Set, go. Work, work, break. Good.
Break straight, son. Break straight,
Set. Go. Break. Good. Set. Go. Break. Good. Set. Right here, son. Set. Go. Work, work, break. Good. Go, low bounce. Here we go, hey. Gonna work you to the left and then break you. Gonna work you to the left and then break you. Okay, you move out, I move over, I work over, yes? Here we go. Set. Go. Work out. Break. Good.
John, now you're coming backside, so you break flat. When you're placing it.
Backside break, straight across. Set. Go. Work. Break. Good.
Better 28, good job.
Right here, Tony. Right here, look at me first so you can drop that. Set. Go. Break. Good.
Good, 5-1.
Good job, Dominique. Go. Good. Set. Go. Good. Very nice. Set. Go. Very good.
Stay flat, Tony Ray.
Outside receivers, you guys are going vertical. Okay, you guys are going vertical. All right? Inside receivers, you guys are going vertical. All right, we'll start you on the line of scrimmage. A true three-quarter tempo. Okay, a true three-quarter tempo. You're not going three-quarters. You're not going hard enough to run this at full speed. All right, make sure you have a decent tempo, but not full speed. All right. Now, I'm gonna give you drop back pass. You have to now learn to read the route of number 2. Okay, all you guys, except for the mic. Okay, you have to learn to read the route of number 2. Here's what's gonna happen. Outside guys, ball snap, you bounce, you get drop back pass, you start to slide, huh? And I snap my eyes to number 2, and here he comes. That's no, vertical, son. Run straight. Okay, if he goes vertical, go. As I get to here, okay, stop. You want to be nice and easy. See, I don't want to be real deep. You've got to keep your eyes on him until you can feel him. You're just going to give him an easy punch with an elbow break with your outside arm on his inside back. Nice and easy. Okay? Go ahead, come back here. Now, here he comes. I start to skip. Come on. Once I make contact here, continue in your skip because you still have to get to 10. But as soon as you make contact, now bring your eyes back to the quarterback. Now I'll play from here. Does that make sense? Okay, let's go ahead and show it to you. You're doing it from here. Does that make sense? Okay, do not beat the piss out of him. You give me a healthy punch. Okay, take a look at it. You ready? Go nice and easy. Set. Go. To here. To here. Now I'll settle here. Does that make sense? Okay? You have to understand why you're doing that. You have to do what's called hold off the hot route. Good passing teams, when they see a blitz coming, are going to try and throw hot or throw quick to a number 2 receiver. Okay? You got to hold that off and take that away. That's why